I'm a forensic pathologist. I've been using my own way to punish those bad guys who can't be brought to justice by the law. Every time I'd pack the body parts into bags and dump them into the ocean, I thought no one would ever discover my secret. But an accident suddenly happened. 2 divers were conducting an inspection underwater. They accidentally discovered a black bag. When they opened the bag, they found it was full of body parts. They were immediately scared out of their minds. They also discovered countless black bags like this around the area. This news quickly alarmed the Miami police. At this moment, my sister and I were watching the live TV broadcast.
There's bodies in those bags.
The butchered bodies were submerged inside these heavy-duty garbage bags. Authorities have located at least 30 bags so far, but around-the-clock salvage efforts are still underway.
Did you hear that? 30 bags. Do you know what that means? It means there might be a new mass murderer out there, way worse than the ice truck killer.
At this moment, my sister didn't know that I was actually that serial killer. I was terrified. My heart suddenly started pounding violently. The next day, the government brought in the top FBI agent Landy to investigate this case. I had learned about this guy before. He had never encountered a case he couldn't solve. The police chief ordered all of us to immediately gather in the conference room for an emergency meeting. At the meeting, what Landy said made me very scared.
There is no such thing as the perfect crime. Not in my experience, anyway. With your help, and with the mistakes this person has made and will eventually make, we'll find whoever did this awful thing.
To prevent them from discovering my secret, I decided to secretly destroy those recovered body parts. Late at night, I sneaked into the morgue. I kicked and broke the air conditioning pipe. Then I pulled the trash can next to the air conditioning pipe to make them think a janitor accidentally broke the air conditioning pipe. The next morning, Landy led several forensic pathologists to the morgue. The morgue was filled with an extremely disgusting, rotten smell. One forensic pathologist got so scared they immediately ran out. Because the temperature last night was extremely hot, all these body parts had completely decomposed and stunk. I thought no one would ever discover my secret, but something unexpected happened. I suddenly found my colleague, motherfucking Dokes, showed up in my lab. This guy had been secretly following and investigating me lately. He fucking suspected that I was that serial killer.
Because why would someone pretend to be an addict if he's not? Unless he's got something a hell of a lot worse to hide.
Back the fuck off.
You wanna hit me? Go for it. I've been waiting for a chance to take your ass out.
I felt this motherfucker was about to discover my secret soon. However, something even more terrifying happened. Landy called an emergency meeting based on the clues he had gathered. He believed that the serial killer was very likely someone inside the police department. When I heard this news, I was instantly scared out of my mind. This motherfucking Landy was really too smart. I had never felt so afraid of someone. However, the next morning, when I had just arrived at my lab, I found motherfucking Dokes had shown up in my office again.
Your past was a bigger mystery than fucking Jimmy Hoffa. I tried every avenue, legal and otherwise. But there ain't no paper trail on the early years of Dexter Morgan.
No matter what you try, no matter when, no matter how hard you work, I'll always be a step ahead of you for one simple reason.
And what's that?
I own you.
I deliberately provoked him. Then I pretended to calmly walk out of the office. He fell for my trap. I pretended to be knocked down by him on the ground. I didn't fight back. I wanted everyone to see that motherfucking Dokes was a person with violent tendencies. I wanted everyone to suspect that Dokes was the serial killer because he often deliberately gave me trouble. The chief temporarily fired him. He was escorted out of the police building by security. At night, something terrible happened. This crazy guy fucking actually sneaked into my house. He tried to find some evidence of my crimes. Eventually, he found a box in the air conditioning cabinet. The box was filled with microscope slides. Every time I took out a bad guy, I would keep a blood sample on a microscope slide. The next day, I suddenly discovered some agents were secretly following me. They seemed to have confirmed that I was the serial killer. To avoid arousing their suspicion, I could only pretend to calmly drive to work. When I got home at night, there was suddenly a knock on the door.
Who the fuck is that at this hour?
Except don't.
Fuck.
Dexter Morgan? Special Agent Lundy wants to see you. We got him.
When I was brought to the police station, all my colleagues looked at me with strange eyes. This made me more certain that my identity as the killer had been exposed. When I arrived at Landy's office, I saw the box that belonged to me. They had me open the box in front of everyone. I tried hard to stay calm. At this moment, I pretended to ask Landy what exactly had happened.
Our primary suspect is someone you know well. Sergeant James Dokes.
Dokes.
We looked into his background. Turns out his father was a butcher. And abusive. Dokes was also a trained assassin in special forces. This morning we were alerted that he boarded a plane out of the country. That enabled me to get warrants on his apartment and car.
He had the slides.
Carefully hidden in the trunk of his car at the airport.
Makes so much sense.
Holy shit. Motherfucking Dokes had originally planned to expose my identity as the killer. But at this moment, everyone thought he was the Bay Harbor butcher. I told Landy that I had suspected Dokes was a serial killer for a long time. That's why he often gave me trouble. The police chief appointed me as the chief forensic pathologist. They wanted me to assist the police in bringing Dokes to justice as soon as possible, and he had me keep custody of these blood slides. When I returned to my lab, I immediately wiped off the fingerprint information on the slides. The next night late, I came to the dock as usual. When I threw the bag containing body parts onto the yacht, motherfucking Dokes suddenly appeared behind me.
That's right, motherfucker. It's over.
Jesus Christ, Morgan. Jesus fucking Christ, you're the Bay Harbor butcher.
I'm happy for you.
Shut the fuck up. Put him on.